Hi everybody, welcome to the third session on the pink stage today. The focus of this session is going to be on Biotech and Medtech. I'd like to invite Pavel Velgus as well as Igor Norenberg as our judges for this session. And first up from the startups for this session will be Aneta Michalska of Veg Pro Bio. Hi.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, Pavel. Great to have you.
Hi, Michael. Hi. Hello.
So
Hi.
I'm going to bring Aneta straight on, and we'll kick off with the first presentation.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Hello.
Hi, Aneta.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Great.
I should. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Here you go. There is this. You seeing this? You see the screen now? Yeah.
We do. Yes. We
Okay. Perfect. So just. Okay. There is the clock. So I'm ready.
Okay. I'll start the clock now.
Yeah. So hello everybody. Let's say that the hell is real, and we as a humanity are responsible for creating this hell on the earth. According to scientists, we have less than 30 years to stop this process, and some solutions are quite easy, straightforward, and obvious, but people still don't do it, even they are easy to apply it, and they can apply it, and everyone can apply it from this moment. So I started to ask why people do not want to be vegan, do not want to switch to be vegan, or do have a problem with increasing amount of animal products, and that led me to the Veg Pro Bio, the company that will be the milkman company for the 21st century. Our idea, the mission, the vision, can be explained according to the 5 main pillars. First of all, we are fully plant-based. Secondly, we use probiotic bacteria to add some superpowers to our product. For example, to improve your immune system, which is extremely important in the era of coronavirus. We also create our products that they are easy to apply and taste, really similar to the animal products. So, for example, our butter you can use as a butter. Our vision also includes the reusing packages, so we do not create single-use waste. And all of this allows us to create the solutions that will be also very cost-effective and friendly to your wallet. Our business model is based on 3 main channels. First of all, as a first brand on the market, we really want to use, and we do it, we will use the strength of the community gathered along the brand. We will use also the contact with the hotels, restaurants, some retreats like yoga, meditation, and we do not exclude huge companies, but they are sharks, we are small fish, so we first want to create a well-known brand and later start to cooperate with them. Our history started in the November last year, and now we have ready to market product butter. We finishing working on the next one, milk, that allows us to create packages for pre-sale. This is the team. There are the people who helped me to bring this dream to the reality. I'm responsible for all these relationships and recipes. We are looking for people, financial support, and business partners that allows us to bring it to the reality. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Netta. So I'll hand it over to the judges now for their Q&As.
Okay, so maybe I will start. May I?
Yes, from my point of view, yes.
Okay, so my first question, and very general one, is so what do you exactly do? If you could explain me.
we started from the butter. You can see it on the picture on the screen. This is the main product, but we want to create not only the brand focusing on producing butter, but to recreate all the dairy alternatives. So matured cheese, milks that are real, not like producing from powders and mixing in the single-use box, but like a real milk, like plant-based milkman. So the entire variety of the products that are usually produced by dairy companies, but in the plant-based version.
Okay, so your goal is to build a brand, or your goal is to develop and manufacture and sell real products, like vegan products? Which one? Because it is not the same.
Okay, I mean, I want to create a brand, but of course we need to produce the entire offer somehow. So I don't really, and if you can just precise the question, because I don't know how to explain, because for me, brand is very important, but still, like, because we use mostly nuts and oils, so this is like it's the standard thing, so we can use them in most of the products we want to offer.
Mm-hmm. I just don't want to monopolize the channel, so Igor, if you have a question, so
yeah, thank you, Pavel.
Maybe you could use it.
Yeah, Aneta, one more question about the market. Are you focusing only on Polish market, or do you think about globalizing other markets?
Yeah. So first of all, we are not thinking only about Polish market. We think about both Eastern European, and we will look for this market very soon to see the possibilities, because as far as I know, it's not very there's not too much brands there, but also the Western Europe, especially like Germany, Great Britain, and Scandinavia, they are quite interesting for us, especially that we as a Polish are able to provide high quality and competitive prices of the products. And not only for vegans, but also for the people who want to reduce the amount of dairy in their diet.
Right. So as you said, your competitive advantage is price and quality, yes?
Yeah.
Or maybe something more?
And probiotic bacteria, because we usually we will be working with, and we are working now with the the colony of the bacteria. And for example, for matured cheese, there are different bacteria are using, and we translate them to the vegan version and use in our product. So like three main things: so quality, bacteria, and price, and also using packages again.
All right, thank you.
Okay, that's good. That's great timing there. It brings us to the end. So thank you, Aneta.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we have Joanna Baran of startup Magnetiqa. Hi, Joanna.
Hello guys. Do you hear me well?
Yep,
Hi,
perfectly.
hello.
Okay, just let me try to share my screen. Okay, I have it here. I hope it will work. Okay, please tell me, do you see yourself?
Not just yet. It takes a few seconds to go live. So.
Okay. Maybe I will try once again. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about now?
Nope.
When you do click on share, you'll have different options. You can either choose your entire screen, application window, or a tab.
Yeah, I have it. And What about now?
No, it's not working.
Sure.
Not yet, still.
But I see that something is working.
Mhm. Are you using Google Chrome?
Yes,
Mhm.
I am.
Maybe there is an AI inside or something, and
Oh my god, I hope not.
it's currently thinking what to
Okay.
do exactly.
I don't
Or you could
know.
maybe try and refresh if you press F5 and then try and share
Okay.
again. You may need to rejoin the stream, but
Okay, I will try.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm back and I will try to share.
Mhm.
I choose. Oh my god.
Okay.
Application view, no Chrome tab.
Let me just maybe also.
I choosing this your entire screen option and it's not anything it's happening here.
Okay, just let me see if I can maybe grab it for you and
Okay. I can just maybe like go step by step. I will open my presentation here and I hope, or maybe I will try in Safari. What do you think?
No, it should be fine with Chrome. Have you previously uploaded your pitch deck to us?
Okay.
No, we don't have your pitch deck in our system. So
Why? I sent it yesterday, so it should be somewhere with someone.
did you upload it on the form, or which method did you use?
I sent it via email to how he was called, Victor.
Okay, I tell you what we can do. If we switch, and I'll bring Małgorzata on now from Fizyka I Życie, and we can come back to you, Joanna, and hopefully resolve this issue. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I will try to.
Hi, Małgorzata. So we've expressed you forward as Joanna's having some issues sharing her screen.
So I try to share my do you
Okay.
see
Yep. Perfectly.
now?
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, I'll start your 3 minutes now.
Okay, thank you. I think you'll agree that we don't want to waste goods anymore, that we are more and more aware of what's happening to our planet, and we don't want bio throwouts constantly. But we still produce a lot of trash. 50 billion tons a year of electric trash only every year. Something went wrong and it's time to change it. That's why I'd like you to see MATA, a solution designed for extending the lifetime of induction cooktops. It solves two problems, cracking cooktops and struggles with cleaning them. Let me show you a prototype. You can lay MATA on your cooktop and you can simply cook on it. It is easy to clean. You can even clean it in a dishwasher. What's important, it doesn't need any extra energy for cooking, comparing with cooking without any layer on your cooktop. Who will use this induction cooktop protection? Induction cooktops are more and more popular in Europe. They are about 50% of all cooktops you can buy in a store. And I asked some people what kind of cooktops they use, and 47% of them answered me that they use induction cooktops. So now it's time to introduce these friendly to people and environment solution to the European market. And logically, we protect our cars by buying insurance. We protect our phones by using phone cases. So why don't we protect our cooktops? Thank you. I have some time now, yeah?
Yeah, you have 27 seconds.
So I'll tell you, some people think it is not a problem, but I also I typed in Google damaged induction cooktops, and I had almost 30 million records. So it is a problem, and there are some sites where people ask how to mend it. And the zero position answer is it cannot be repaired, and it is and replacement is expensive and harmful to environment, and that's why I want to. I think this solution is very needed. We need this solution on the market. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I'll start your questions time from the judges.
If I can start, I would like to ask you, Małgorzata, about the business model. How do you want to earn the money? If you can tell us a little bit about it, I would be grateful.
It is. I'm looking for a partner, first of all, and I want to produce it and sell it, or cooperate with some producers of induction cooktops.
Right, and you said that you need to start production. Do you prepare some forecasts what the cost of this production will be? Just some approximated, maybe.
It is not so easy to estimate because I asked some companies how much does it cost to produce some amount of these layers, and it is about 80 zlotys, and similar solutions with similar materials, that not similar solutions, but things made of similar materials costs about 30 zlotys on the market. So it depends on how much I would produce and who will do it, because there are some companies who already have the infrastructure for end chains of that they can do it now.
Okay.
What kind of material is it?
It is silicone gum.
Okay, so this is not a proprietary material. This is just a widely available material on the market.
Yes,
right?
yes, it is. But we can improve it by adding, for example, I strongly believe in adding Micanit would do it better.
Mm-hmm. But you're not the producer or manufacturer of this material. You have to just simply buy it on the market.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it true that I have a feeling that it might be true that you started with waste and And of course, the electro wastes is something really nasty and dangerous nowadays. But isn't it like you're fighting with wastes by producing wastes or something?
No, it is for not producing. It is for protecting or extending the time of use.
What is the lifetime of this? What is the lifetime of this
I
product?
typed only further research because lifetime of this product it is estimated for about 5 years. It can be longer, it can be shorter. If you crack it, you can also damage it, crack it after 2 weeks from buying, and they are the most glitches are cracking these cooktops.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Małgorzata. That's the end of your pitch. Thank you. So we're going to bring Joanna back onto the stream again, and I believe that the problems have been resolved with her screen share.
Hello.
Hi again, Joanna.
And hello. I'll try once again, but if the issue will still be here, I will just share my PDF.
I mean, I have it as well. So if we can't share your screen,
okay.
But as Justina said, if you have the PDF open in a Google tab,
yeah, I have. So I will application. What about now?
I'll give it a few seconds, but nothing yet.
Why is happening?
Okay, so I can let me try and I have your presentation, so I can share the I can share this for you.
And
okay.
Okay.
Okay, and if you just tell me how you would like to just tell me when to scroll down, and I'll do that.
I should tell you what to.
Yeah, well, as you want me to scroll down. Okay, so I'll start your 3 minutes now, and we can begin.
Okay, so okay, so let's start. Okay, we take the challenge to fight hunger and harsh growing conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Magnetiqa, electrostimulation technology for plants and seeds. Did you know that 9 million people die annually due to hunger and malnutrition? It's almost 24,000 people each year. Unfortunately, nowadays, we global citizens have to face up with soil and crops contamination, escalating problem of drought, and soil sterilization caused by its excessive utilization. All the above have an impact on increase in food prices and decrease in their quality. Our solution to all is technology that supports photosynthesis and it helps in chemical reactions of plant cells. We use electromagnetic, ultrasonic, and electrostatic fields adapted on the basis of our own research. Stimulated by our field plan, grow faster, are more resilient to weather conditions, and are characterized by robust condition, including their root system. It results in up to 25% shortened vegetation time, for example, for corn, up to 50% increased drought resistance, yeah, a little bit lower, for example, for rapeseed. And when it comes to competition, we may distinguish only indirect one, including this financed by Chinese government. Yeah, a little bit lower. Our first product will be released at the end of the year in collaboration with Europe's third largest research network, named in honor of Ignacy Łukasiewicz. In March, a little bit lower. In March, we acquired our first customer who produces groceries for large-scale shops and restaurants networks. Currently, we are on 5 technology readiness level, and we've just finalized our first round of investment. But behind of our heads, we have global expansion plan, and in collaboration with Pech, we acquired partners in Spain, Netherlands, Belgium, Mexico, and USA. Oh, a little bit lower, please. We believe that we will fulfill our plan because we have complementary team of experts in electronics, security, and IP, and biotechnology as well. Due to such rapid changes, total devolution of ecosystem will occur within the next few years. We, as Magnetiqa, take the challenge to fight hunger and harsh growing conditions. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. So that must have been difficult, Joanna.
Yeah,
So
it was
great
like
job.
a rocket science, but yeah.
It's okay. I mean, in light of the situation, it was a good workaround. So thanks for doing that.
Thank you.
Now I'll hand it over to the judges for 4 minutes.
Okay. I don't hear
Pavel,
anything.
we can't hear you.
Sorry, it's my fault. My fault.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question was about the scientific rationale behind this. So what is the science behind this, actually? The first one. The second one is, if you could please shortly comment on IP. You mentioned it, but what does it mean exactly? And what kind of competition do you have? The third one. And the fourth one, very quickly, how does it work in general? I mean, the scalability. I mean, are you able to use this solution for very large areas?
Yeah, we are. So first of all, when it comes to our market and I will start with competition. The first and the biggest one is Chinese government, and it's financed
okay.
by a Chinese government. The second one is, for example, Plenty, which is vertical farming in USA. It's also Rootwave based in Great Britain. But everything, each kind of company, it's indirect competition for us because we acquired.
Okay, this is enough, Joanna.
Okay.
This is enough. Just move on.
Okay, so when it comes to technology, electrostimulation is observed within the last 100 years, so it's nothing new. But no one till that point decided to improve it as much as we. And in collaboration with Łukasiewicz Research Center from Poznań, we developed and we are still developing our technology, which will allow plants to grow faster and to shorten vegetation period. So when it comes to the whole technology, we developed our MVP during incubation in Puławski Park Naukowo-Technologiczny, so in Puławy, in Poland. I'm sorry for Polish translation, but I'm not sure how it will sound in English. And then it works like at the beginning, we built something like an incubator to which we placed our seeds. Those seeds were stimulated by specific kind of waves. It wasn't a rocket science. We've just mixed we generated specific kind of field, and then we placed those stimulated seeds into soil. That kind of research we made at the beginning, and
okay.
It was our.
I think I understand what you're trying to tell me. So just please move on.
Okay. Could you please ask?
Igor, sorry.
For something specific.
It's time for you.
Thank you, Pavel.
Sorry.
So maybe the last question: what is the biggest challenge for now?
Okay, as right now we acquired our first investor who will allow us to proceed with our pilotage. Our first client is the biggest greenhouse in Europe. So at the end of the year, we will proceed with Biotech, and then when our electrostimulation will be confirmed, we will be able to ask for IP patents and so forth.
Okay, great. Thank you, Joanna, and very good job in the difficult circumstances.
Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.
And next up, we have Yayoi, and Yayoi represents Project Ipsilon B.V. So
I have to leave, yes?
yeah, thanks, Joanna. Hi, Yayoi. Hi.
So let me prepare the slides. Hi, nice meeting you. Sorry. So that's Chrome tab. Yeah, and it should be showing. And let me just maximize.
Great
Do you
stuff.
see it?
Yep, wonderful. So I will 3 minutes starting now. Thanks.
Yes. So my name is Yayoi Sakaki. I'm a CEO of Project Ipsilon. We use music playing to assess and train brain functions. Music, in fact, is one of the most brain-activating things you can do. It reinforces connectivity among different parts of the brain, improves cognitive function, and also generates data ideal for AI analysis. So what can we do with that? So we can solve 3 major problems in brain decline or so-called dementia. There's no cure, limited prevention, and also there's no universal monitoring system available. So we have made, Ipsilon test. So it is a gamified solution based on music playing to generate responses to assess and train brain functions on tablet. We track memory, attention, executive functions, and spatial motor skills, and it is operable as remote self-care solution. We track time-stamped haptic response and the number of accurate answers scored out of total to draw our assessment. It is compatible with response time-based cognitive test. And our test takes just about 5 minutes to complete, so it also fits well for clinical workflow. Our market is cognitive assessment and training market, which was about $3.4 billion in 2018, and is expected to grow 32% by 2027. So we are B2B business model. We work directly with hospitals and rehabilitation centers in extended EU area. So we are active in Norway and also in Canada besides the Netherlands. And we have been in touch with potential distributor as well as 2 licensing partners for North American markets. And we are currently working on our validations, and our next step is to apply for medical device certifications in EU and also in Canada. And we expect our launch in EU in January next year. So our corporate mentor is Philips, and we have listed 2 competitors here. And why Ipsilon test? Because we believe that we can make a great impact on quality of life of people, especially with those who have chronic illness with neurological disorders, which may impact their cognitive issues. So we can ensure that patients are connected, especially under this COVID-19 situation, to avoid isolation, especially among elderly, and also to offer equal access to cognitive care by our remotely operated self-care solution. And also, we can certainly help prepare for the second wave of COVID-19, especially there are numerous cases reported with the neurological abnormalities associated with it. And this is our financial forecast. And we're seeking seed round of $750,000 or its equivalent for 1 year runway for those purposes. And we are a team of 5 with varied expertise ranging from music, AI, business, and clinical. And these are our partners. And Project Ipsilon. We strive for cognitive wellness, 1 musical note at a time.
Great, thank you, Yayoi. We've that brings us to the end of the 3 minutes, and now I'll hand over to the judges for their Q&As.
Okay, so I have 2 questions.
Yes.
The validation process.
Yes.
How is it going to be done exactly? So do you
So
work with patients or something?
Yes, that's correct. So we have conducted feasibility study with Parkinson's disease patients over last summer, and that has led us to a collaboration in Neurological Clinical Trial Center in Bergen, Norway, where we will be supplying our solution as a part of their list of tests that they will be conducting among 400 Parkinson's patients there as their mapping study. And also we have been working together with Biotech, which is a geriatric center for in Toronto, Canada. And we are starting our comparable study trial from October this year.
So is it
for
going to
general
be
dementia?
medical software? Like, and
Yes,
by
that's
medical,
correct.
I mean the FDA compliant, EMA compliant, and
Yes.
so on. Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
And so in the end, you have to convince not people, not patients, but rather doctors to use it. Is it correct?
That's correct. Yes, that's correct. And so far, believe it or not, with the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been receiving more inquiries, like how can we actually provide our solution to mitigate the risks among those who are more vulnerable, such as multiple sclerosis patients who have immunocompromised. So we can still offer some it's self.
I think we've lost you.
Yes, I've lost the sound.
Yeah, you're having connection issues. If you can, I guess
Yes.
you can't hear us. Okay, so what I'm going to do, seems Yayoi seems to have some issues. So what we're going to do is bring on Amir next, and Amir represents NERv Technologies Inc.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Amir.
Hi.
Great. So we can see and hear you. If you'd like to share your screen.
All right. And can you see my screen?
Yep. Okay. So I'll 3 minutes starting now.
Sounds good. I'm pretty sure someone over here has been in this position before. You're sitting next to a loved one after a surgery and you're concerned about them and their recovery. Not sure if they're recovering well or suffering from a complication that we're all completely blind to. And this is typically how the standard of care looks like today. When a surgery happens and if a complication develops, we usually have a 2 to 3 day window between when the complication actually arises and when treatment can begin, which can unfortunately be the difference between life and death for some patients. And for those that survive the complication, their quality of life goes down and costs start to increase significantly. So in short, it's a delayed and reactive way to handling post-operative care. We are focused on one particular surgery known as general surgeries and one complication known as anastomotic leakage that can arise after these procedures. Typically what would happen is that they would remove portions of the GI tract after the surgery and reconnect it with staples and sutures. And sometimes that can result in a leak, as you can see in the image over here. So what we have developed at NERv is a set of sensors that augment an existing tool that is being used today known as the wound drain to analyze the nature of the fluid that is leaking, and based on that, provide direct feedback to physicians so that they can intervene in a timely manner. And to better understand how this works, the drain itself gets placed near the surgical site, and by squeezing the reservoir, the negative pressure forces the fluid to go to the outside, go across the sensors for analysis, and then be presented live in front of the post-op care team for analysis. Now, different companies have been looking at this problem from different angles. We decided to focus on the post-operative space, where we are the first and only company out there developing a solution to continuously monitor these patients. The market opportunity is immense, and initially we were focused on 1.7 million surgeries that we believe we'd have the most impact on just in the US. So far to date, we've developed our core technology, which has been more recently tested in clinical studies, and we're in the process right now of getting our FDA approvals leading up to a hospital pilot towards mid of 2021. We're in the process right now of also closing a seed round. We have 100% of the amount committed, and their round is expected to close in a couple of weeks. The device itself would be selling directly for $600 a unit to hospitals, and we expect to generate just under $1 million per hospital per year. And these are just some of the institutions that we have lined up for our clinical studies and will be our early adopters. This is my second family, and we have the team with the right skill sets in order to bring this medical device to market. More recently, we've been able to get letters of intent from institutions, and we have partners on board that are keen to see this succeed. Most recently as well, I'm proud to say that we came first at the first ever Entrepreneurship World Cup, coming ahead of more than 100,000 companies from 100 different countries around the world, and gaining the J Labs at Texas Medical Center Breakthrough Medical Technologies Award, being one of 3 companies to do so. I'm Amr Abdul Jawad, and we are NERv for the future of safe surgeries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amir, and I'll hand over to the judges now for their Q&As.
Yeah, if I can start, you mentioned that detection of the leakage takes about 2-3 days, yeah? And the question arises, how about your device? It takes immediately, or how it works exactly? How long
In our
this
animal
process? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, in our animal studies, we were actually able to identify these leaks within less than 3 minutes. We're still in the process of going through clinical studies at the moment to demonstrate the efficiency in a clinical setting, but we're fairly confident that we'll be able to be faster than the current standard of care.
Okay. And when it comes to your competitors, what is your competitive advantage?
Yeah, so competition today is the standard of care, what is being done in order to try to identify these leaks, which is using imaging, monitoring for bowel movements and abdominal pain. But when it comes to technological advancements in the field, trying to identify anastomotic leaks, others have been looking at it from the angle of trying to detect it intraoperatively, so during the surgery itself. But this solution has failed to be adopted for a number of reasons, including it being very expensive, as well as the fact that it's not the most usable technology inside of the operating room. Our competitive advantage is that we're in the post-operative space. We're actually the first and only company that is capable to continuously monitor in a post-operative setting in a cost-effective manner, and while using a solution that fits an existing tool. So the workflow doesn't change that much.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so first of all, good job, really, because I like the idea of solving important medical problems with simple solutions and simple devices. And this is one of this. So I'm impressed, really. So if you could please answer 2 questions, or maybe 3. The first one is IP in general, because it is simple, actually, right? So how do you protect this solution? The second one is that this is the area of the second-class medical devices, I think, right?
Yeah.
So the distribution of this kind of device is a little bit more difficult than just a simple product directly to patients. So how do you want to solve this one? And a partnership or something? And the last one, the seed round is closed already.
Yeah, so I'll get to the 3 questions. So first of all, on IP, we're actually a patent pending company. We have IP around the application of sensors for the detection of leaks, and IP around the form factor as well, which is the design component of the device. In terms of distribution, we have medical champions from different institutions that we're currently working with, one of which is the chief of surgery at St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto, as well as a few institutions in the US. The idea is that we use those medical champions initially as part of pilots, but we also have companies within our network, big players in the space such as Ethicon and Medtronic, who are manufacturers and distributors of the drains. So if we complement these drains with our solution, they'll be able to distribute an entire package to hospitals right away, which is part of our strategy moving forward. And then the last question, just for the sake of time, the seed round, $2.5 million. Yes, we have 100% of the round committed so far, but we're keeping it open until the 6th of July, as we have some other investors of strategic interest for us who are still looking at the company. So we might actually end up oversubscribing.
Okay. So what then you will do with this oversubscription?
It'll fund our clinical studies and regulatory submissions.
Okay. I will contact you later on. Okay.
For sure.
Great.
Great stuff. So very encouraging presentation. Thank you very much, Amir, and I'm sure you won't need any luck by the sounds of it.
Thank you.
Okay, last presentation for this session is going to be Anna, and Anna represents Brainiverse, and we pulled her in from a separate session. So welcome, Anna.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Oh, the name is Brainiverse. But
Sorry,
you will get
Brainiverse.
used to that.
Okay.
All right, so fasten your seatbelts. Welcome in Brainiverse. I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why we still don't have a cure for cancer? Here's the hint number one. This is a simplified scheme of our metabolism. We have thousands of mechanisms similar to this in our bodies. And here's the hint number two. The entire knowledge that you gather during your long years of PhD research is just an invisible dot in the human knowledge. So the conclusion is that our major challenges are an enormous complexity of nature and its magnitude. We publish over 1 million articles per year, and nobody is able to read them and analyze all the data, but AI can. This technology learns by finding patterns, and the more data it has, the better it becomes. And this is the technology we use in Brainiverse. This is a platform for all scientists that is using algorithms that understand text, and they analyze millions of articles to answer your scientific question with their own words. Imagine the impact. If thousands of scientists ask their questions from different professions, this will generate an enormous, massive analysis of information that can lead us to new discoveries by just connecting the existing data. This tool is designed for all scientists everywhere in the world, in all scientific institutions. But our primary profile of the platform will be designed for biomedical universities. If we get to all of them, we will be able to get 175 million Polish zloty per year. And if we cover just 20% of this market, that is 35 million per year. So we also have competition. However, their business models are totally different, as well as the set of functionalities they offer. We plan to invite 5 most important Polish universities in the first year, and because of the scientific interactions between universities, we predict that after the 3rd year, the number of universities joining our platform can rise exponentially. And who are we? We are a mix of diversified skills with huge experience in 3 professions that are essential for this project. IT, science, and natural language processing. And all we need is the equivalent of 13 bars of code for the first year to validate the concept and create the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no time to waste. We really need this tool. And all the scientists, you are invited to the world of Brainiverse, where we can create a new quality of science. And who knows, maybe together we will find that cure for cancer. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Great presentation without a pitch deck, and I'll hand it over to the judges now for Q&As.
Okay, let me start quickly. I'm a former scientist, actually, so I understand the problem. I understand there's no way to read all scientific papers in the world, but still, I don't understand what kind of problem you are trying to solve. So what is the question? What is the problem? What you are trying to do with this natural language processing tool?
All right. Okay, so there is a lot of information hidden in articles. And now this is about comprehensive analysis of that data. we, with our minds, are not able to connect so many dots that there are hidden in articles. So we would like to do the analysis, first of all, of text, get the information, any data from there, and compare it with libraries of data that are already validated, to show it on graphs, to show the relations between, for example, what's the relation between gene mutation and disease. That's just a little example. So, well, I'm sure that in our knowledge, in our articles, there is knowledge that we haven't discovered yet, the connections that we haven't discovered yet. Like, we need to find out what we already know. We only produce data, but what's the next step? If we don't know what we know, we're not accelerating.
But AI also doesn't know what we don't know.
Right. We have questions because we don't know what we know, and we should ask the questions to the AI that will help us find the answers that we will not find. We can spend months writing an article, and this tool can help you do it in days.
Okay, so it's like a little bit looking for sort of correlation in general, let's say, but unless you work on raw data, you will not find anything, basically. You will not find these correlations just by looking on ready to read papers.
Of course, there is a plan to go for raw data, and from what I know, there is a plan to open source the data that is raw. And even though you don't have the raw data in articles, so even your brain is not able to pick it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
So, as I understood, your customer is university, right?
Not only. That's just the beginning. But it can be technoparks, startups, scientific institutions that give you grants, and so on.
Okay, but for now, you have some intention lists with 5 universities, right?
That's a basic concept. It can change, but
okay.
We have to make some.
Okay. And you mentioned something about team. How many people for now do you have, or what are you looking for now? Some other competences or funding as well, or?
I'm looking for, most of all, for the funding to press enter, because I have competencies on board. My partners are extremely experienced people with a CTO he was born in IT, and the other guy in AI spent over 12 years. And I'm also learning AI since several years, and I'm a scientist. So we have everything on board. We have a plan. Everything's prepared. We need to press enter. We have no money. We have to organize funding.
All right.
That's possible. That's new era of science. We don't have this tool. We want to make it global. And then right now, competitors, they don't make any global moves.
Great. Thank you very much, Anna. That brings us to the end of your time slot. So yeah, some really exciting pitches that we've just witnessed during the third session on the Pink stage. So thanks to all of the startups that have taken part, and I'm going to dash off and have a coffee before the next installment. And if I can ask yourselves to please fill in the feedback forms would be great.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Igor, and thank you, Pavel.
Thanks, guys. See you then.
See you.